Do you want a true celebration of your loved one? Let Davis & Powell take care of everything for you and the family. We offer a very traditional service you've come to expect and deserve. Celebrate life at Davis & Powell Funeral Home, Berea.
The ongoing electricity contract debate in Berea came to a head last night in front of the nearly full City Council chambers.
Well, and I've got the records to prove, have I got the documents to prove what I'm saying?
I'm not sure you're reading all of the documents correctly.
Okay.
We're going to ask somebody who does this.
Well, was I right on the transmission contract?
We're going to
Was I
ask.
right on the transmission contract?
Right in what way?
That we was paying two things and we just paid one. Who was right about that? Jerry Little was right.
Mayor Steve Conley released his report of 6 months of research on the electricity contracts and options for the city. However, Councilmember Jerry Little had his own research to release, and the two, as well as the rest of the council, discussed the issue at length last night. After the rather contentious meeting, WBON-TV spoke to Jerry Little to get his side of the story.
You don't need to talk about it unless you understand electricity. And most people doesn't understand electricity. That's the problem. You need an electric engineer or somebody that's really studied it. Everybody's got an opinion, but they don't understand it. You know, just like liquid damage firm power. Very important wording there, liquid damage firm power. Okay, planning reserves and capacity is basically the same thing. You've got to understand that. You've got to understand what each thing does. You've got to understand about these contracts. And a contract, to me, after a contract has been signed by both parties, it's a legal document. So the contract needs to be adhered to. You know, you can't just back up and say, well, we made a mistake. It doesn't work like that. You know, once you sign a contract for a certain amount, that's what you should be paying. And that's what it is. We've just had a lot of controversy here. We started out about 3 years ago. One night here in council, we had a special call meeting. The KEMA people come in and wanted us to sign an interlocal agreement. And they said if we didn't sign it, we probably wouldn't be able to sign it again. We had to sign it. So anytime anybody tells you you've got to sign a really important document and they won't give you time to let our city attorney look at it or vet it out, there got to be something wrong. One of our fellow council members, Miss Kirby, asked if we could have 2 or 3 weeks, you know, to look at. Oh no, you've got to sign it tonight. The first reading. Short the story up. 2 years later, they were still trying to get us to sign the KEMA contract. We voted. Finally, we put out RFPs for electric. They wanted to take us to KEMA from the go. That's what it was. They wanted to take us to this new organization that had no structure, nothing. They had anything. They had a dream is what they had. Okay, KEMA may be a good deal one of these days. It may be. But why would you put why would we want to put the ratepayers of Berea, Kentucky in a new agency that don't have any employees, don't have anything? Why wouldn't we, if you want to go with an agency, we had Ampo High that was a 50-year-old company, had 130 members. They had everything that we wanted. They was a nonprofit. They didn't pay income tax. That's what they said we wanted to do, you know. But to me, see, I'd rather be with a for-profit company that pays income tax. The reason why, if you work for a for-profit company and you don't do your job, they fire you. If you work for a nonprofit and you don't do your job, they just promote you.
At one point, the crowd applauded when Councilmember Cora Jane Wilson said the mayor was not listening to the council. Newer member of the council, David Rowlett, said if the issue is not resolved soon, it will no doubt be a topic for the voters to focus on in the 2018 elections. For more stories such as these, be sure to visit Richmond's very own WBON-TV.com. I'm Marissa Hempel.